Welcome to some more notes in Algebra 2, Section 13.2, General Angles and Radian Measure. We're going to start with some vocabulary. If I have a coordinate plane, and here's my y-axis, my x-axis, an angle in trig is a directed angle. So what you have is your initial side, and that is going to be your positive x-axis, and then the angle is this ray is rotated this way until I get to this side, which is called my terminal side. So I begin with the initial side, I rotate it until I get to the terminal side. My vertex is at the origin. So an angle in standard position, the initial side is the positive x-axis, the vertex is your origin. The angle measurement is positive if you're going to rotate counterclockwise, and it's negative if you rotate clockwise. So example 1, we're going to draw angles in standard position with a given measurement. I'm going to start with 190 degrees. Now my initial side is right here. I rotate it 180 degrees would give me here, and another 10 degrees would give me this angle. This is my terminal side. Negative 60 degrees, I'm going to go clockwise direction. This is my initial side again, but instead of going this way to 60 degrees, I want to go clockwise. This is my terminal side, and this would be a negative 60 degree angle. Now here I've got 730 degrees. With the 730 degree angle, I'm going to go counterclockwise. So if I go once around, I'm at 360. Go around again, I'm at 720, and I need to continue another 10 degrees. So once again, this was my initial side. This is my terminal side. Now you might notice that when I did the 730 degrees, I started here and ended here, which would be the same place I would have done if I would have tried to just graph a 10 degree angle. This would be my initial side, and this would be my terminal side. When that happens, when you have two angles that are different measurements, but the initial and terminal sides are the same, those are called coterminal angles. So coterminal angles are two angles in standard position where the terminal sides coincide. Remember, standard position means that your positive x-axis is your initial side. So another example of this is 25 degrees and 385 degrees. 25 degrees, here is my initial side, there's my terminal side, and I go just this far. If I'm looking at the 385 degrees, again I start with the same initial side. I go once all the way around the circle and then continue again another 25 degrees until I get this terminal side. And here's another example of coterminal angles. I've got negative 100 degrees. Here's my initial side. I go negative 100 degrees, so that's in a clockwise position because of the negative. Gives me this for my terminal side. If I go 260 degrees, my initial side is still here, but now I'm going to go clockwise because it's a positive direction until I get to 260 degrees, and there is my terminal side. Now I'm going to do an example using coterminal angles. So we're going to find positive and negative angles that are coterminal with, first of all, we're going to do negative 70 degrees. So all you need to do to find coterminal angles is just add and subtract multiples of 360. So that's all I'm doing here. Negative 70 minus 360 is negative 430. So 430 would be coterminal with negative 70, negative 430 and negative 70. Or I can take the negative 70 and add 360 to that, which would give me 290. So 290 degrees is coterminal with negative 70 degrees. And I could also do negative 70 plus 720, which is just 2 times 360, to give me 650 degrees. I could do this forever. There's an infinite number of coterminal angles with negative 70 degrees. Same thing with 300 degrees. All I need to do is add and subtract multiples of 360 to find other angles that are coterminal with the 300 degrees. So 300 minus 360 would be negative 60 degrees. 300 plus 360 would give me 660 degrees.